We're not the muscle car owners. Muscle car owners be like,
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bob's Garage, and I just wanted to talk to you about some data that I'm really excited about. So someone had posted online. He goes by the handle of Flyboy, and he's the guy that owns the website myAudiS4.com. And what he had done was something that I've been wanting to do. He took his S4 to the dyno and compared various tunes, mainly tunes designed for k03 or stock turbos. So he did a bunch of different tunes through with his k03 turbos, and I think he did, I want to say, 3 different tunes. So one was I'm just looking at it here, but so what I thought was interesting about his data, and I'll post a link to his webpage down in the description. So his name is Jeff, but he had like 2 stock, 2 baseline tunes, and then he ran I should say 2 stage 2 plus tunes, and then he ran a special stage 2 plus tune. So what that means is the stage 2 plus tune was more like a normal stage 2 plus tune. So I want to say it peaked at about 21 psi, tapered down to around 16 psi, and he was getting somewhere in the rounds of 253 wheel torque and 237 wheel horsepower. So that was his that was his, he's saying that's his stock tune. So 253 wheel torque, 237 wheel horsepower. Then he ran a couple different NEF tunes, and he was able to get 362 wheel torque and 283 wheel horsepower. So with the NEF tunes, he increased his wheel horsepower roughly about 50 wheel horsepower, but then he added over 100 foot-pounds of torque with the NEF tunes. So so that was his stage 2 plus tunes. Now he ran a very experimental stage 2 plus tune, which is freaking badass. So this particular tune, it's called the NVR Stage 2 plus tune, and he came across it on the Netmoto website, which is a if you're new to tuning B5 S4s, Netmoto is a website which is a resource for tuning. So there's a lot of great knowledge articles on there, a lot of experienced guys on there that help with tuning, and they basically that's how you can learn how to tune your car yourself if you want to go that route. So with this stage 2 plus, he was able to get it up to 303 wheel horsepower and 375 wheel torque. So that stage 2 plus added another, I would say about another 20 horsepower and another 20 foot-pounds of torque. So that's an amazing tune, but based on his data and his charts, all of his data, all of his charts are on his webpage that I'm going to link below. But basically, that stage 2 plus tune had the fuel injectors completely maxed out, completely pegged, and I'm surprised that the k03s could handle that. So I want to say, I can't see it right or quickly, but he was damn near pegging the boost with that stage 2 plus tune. So I don't know exactly how they're doing it. I'm not sure all of the details. So I'm not sure if he had an N75 valve or if he was running like a master boost controller or something along those lines. But so the NVR stage 2 plus tune pegs at 21, and it holds 21, well, let's say about 20 psi all the way to about 4,500 RPMs. So from, let's say, 2,500 to 4,500 RPMs, he's pegging 21 psi. And we're talking with stock k03 turbos. The normal stage 2 pegs about 21 at 2,500 RPMs, and then it by the time 4,500 RPMs comes around, it's down to 16. And then I'm just looking at the graph here with the stock tune. Of course, it's about 10, maybe 9 psi, and it just holds it at 8, 9 or so psi. So that's the stock tune. So I just thought it was very interesting with this NVR tune. I don't think he did anything with E85 tunes. So that's something that I really want to try playing with, at least with K03, is just to see what the difference would be and all that for an E85 tune. I guess it all depends on the injectors that you're using, because with that Stage 2++ tune, it almost sounds like if you swapped out just a little bit bigger injector, you might be able to get even more power out of this. I don't know, but so what I've been told or heard is that these K03s, they just can't push enough air, so that's why the PSI drops off on the higher RPM scale. So they're just basically too small, that once they wind up or get up in those higher RPMs, that's all they got. So but I just thought this was very interesting. I wanted to throw it out to you guys, just in case no one has seen it or come across it. So my car is a EPL Stage 2+, and you know, it's not the fastest S4 out there, of course, no doubt, but I mean, this thing pulls like a beast. It pulls like a train. So I can't imagine what that Stage 2++ tune is like. So I kind of still want to do something similar to what Flyboy did with his data or his article, and bring you know, run a stock pull. I still have my Stage 1 chip, run that, and then do my Stage 2+, and then I don't know, I really want to try some E85 stuff, because I heard that you can get even more power, but based on his data, you're gonna run out of fuel injector first. Like the duty cycle on his fuel injectors for the Stage 2++ was like 90 and up % duty cycle or whatever. So that means they're literally just firing nonstop, or just dumping gas into the engine nonstop. So let me know what you think about this. I'm more curious if any of you guys that are viewing these videos have E85 setup on your S4. So I think he was still running side mount intercoolers. They were upgraded ones in his data. You can check it all out for yourself. But he was running upgraded side mount intercoolers. Basically, his car was set up as a Stage 3 with, I want to say, K04s. For some reason, he got a bug up his ass and decided, like, hey, I want to put my Stage or my K03 stock turbos on and see what they can do. Maybe he has a shop or something, or he has a buddy that runs a shop that gave him some pulls like that. But for me, that would be expensive to do all those dyno pulls. So yes, oh, that's where I was going to go with that. So his car was a Stage 3, so he had all the supporting mods, I believe, for a Stage 3 setup. So he had the larger side mount intercoolers. He might even have the upgraded fuel pump, and then I'm wondering if he had swapped back his stock fuel injectors just to kind of, you know, do it more of like a baseline Stage 2 test rather than you know, keep his Stage 3 fuel injectors in there. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there. So you guys take care, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.